Thank you for the opportunity. I have a question about our pairs
Your name is?
Sally Klaus.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a question about au pairs and volunteering for those young girls or young guys back in Kenya. I am a YouTuber. I've been doing this the last 2 years. This is the parliament. Uko. Parliament, yeah. Meziona. Wow, what is this? Oh my god, this is crazy. So hi guys. Yo, Sally in Berlin. So welcome guys to this beautiful journey. I am taking you today in Berlin. I am here to visit, to have a good important appointment. But about appointment, I want to show you the country or the town. We are at the Berlin. There are 4 million. I'm with my friend, but you'll see him later. And so come with me, guys. I'm on the train. Yo, you can see. So let's expect. Okay. Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Chege.
Chege.
I live and work in Berlin.
Okay.
On the side, I'm an artist. I do
Okay.
visual arts, paintings, drawings, and so on. I have a YouTube channel under the name Jicho Lizuri
Jicho Lizuri. Wow, that's a
Yes.
Swahili. Why did you choose Swahili name?
because I want to pay homage to our culture. I want to market Kenya into the public,
Yeah.
and that's why I share my artworks.
You just saw Ruto.
Yes.
Was it effective in a good way?
It was very effective. Other than Ruto, the team he came with, including
Wow, very
Alfred,
nice.
Dr. Mutua, they had a one-on-one engagement
Yeah.
with the Kenyans, the diaspora living and working in Germany and other provinces in Germany. And I love that we all had a platform
Yeah.
to share our grievances or issues that face us Kenyans in the diaspora.
Yeah.
And the message got home, so to say.
We believe so.
So I'm happy because the last time we had a state visit, it was very long ago from the former Kenyan President Uhuru Kenyatta. He came in 2016, but we didn't have a proper platform. He
Like
came,
today.
did his speech quickly and went. But this time
Today,
round,
we
there was
felt
some
it.
engagement. People asked questions, they were
Yeah,
answered.
yeah.
So we really felt like someone is listening to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you look beautiful.
Asante sana.
Very
Thank you sana.
official.
Wakenya Ujerumani tunajiweka vizuri. Sikukuja kuonyesha shida zetu huku.
A small meeting with the former president of Germany. Since he got here, he's had a lot of interest. People have shown a lot of interest in meeting our president, and he's in a meeting consulting for the good of Kenya. So I told him I'll come here and hold fort for him before he gets here. Viget. Guten Tag. Well, me only know 3 words in German. 4 words actually. I know Viget. No, 5. Okay, Viget. Guten Tag. Volkswagen. Now, as you know, and the president about it, diaspora affairs are very, very important. And I know there are many things that you have and a lot of questions that you have. The message I want to send to you is this. The Kenyan government views our Kenyans who live outside Kenya as very important players in our lives, in our economy. You are important to us. And that is why the president chose to have a State Department under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, so that it's now Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Diaspora Affairs. because you are very, very important to us. And your importance is such that we want you to be comfortable, because as far as we are concerned, you are Kenyans, just having to live somewhere else, and your life just should be as good, and services should just be as quickly received or efficiently. Have you told them about our plan for passports and visas? So let me tell you. Now, if you live here na umezaa mtoto na ni Mkenya, si anataka documents za Kenya? Hakuna hii mambo ya kumujia. Sisi mpango wetu sasa ni kuensure ya kwamba hapa Berlin and around this country we'll have a biometric system. Mtoto unakuja, mnajiandikisha, unatoa smairo, unapigwa picha, si ndio? And then unapewa kitambulisho, ama hata kama itaenda irudi, unapewa pia passport, una renew passport efficiently. We'll be already doing that in some kind. I think it's happening here also, to a certain degree, but we're improving the services. And we'll have the mobile biometric unit, so that now you don't have to come to Berlin. It can come to you.
Yeah.
Hanover, you know?
My question is, how could we benefit as born Kenyan, as a Kenyan blood, as who live in the diaspora, and help also with the economy of the Kenya? Yeah, thank you so much.
Can we have another question, please? We can take one more from here.
Thank you for the opportunity. I have a question about our pairs
Your name
and
is?
Sunflowers.
Please go ahead.
I have a question about au pairs and volunteering for those young girls or young guys back in Kenya. I am a YouTuber. I've been doing this the last 2 years. I'm inspiring a lot of young guys. And the problem is they have learned German up to B2, B1. And I'm also dealing about with other Africans. In South Africa, like they take 1 week or 2 weeks to get visa. But back in Kenya, even to get the opportunity of even having that appointment to get a visa, it's a problem. 6, 7 months. I have someone, for example, with a contract since March. She's supposed to come to work here back in Stuttgart, I live. But she's got, right now, I think last week, appointment on May. The contract is already, had started from March. So can you please do something? For those who have learned, German is very, very difficult. And if they have paid a lot of money, Goethe Institute back in Kenya to learn the German, why don't embassy back in Kenya to give them? Because I came as au pair the last 13 years, it was really hard. But for those guys, they have learned a lot, they have used a lot of money. Give them please opportunity to come and also to excel like us here. Thank you.
I just wanted to ask if we can use the diaspora funds to support youths to be able to learn German.
Ladies and gentlemen, His Excellency.
So my name is Thomas Kalunge. I want, actually she asked the question that I was to ask, but I want to put emphasis on that. So we have a big problem with the brain drain in terms of sometimes we don't really have a brain drain, we rather need to create a brain circulation. Meaning, how can we be able to harness the knowledge we have here and bring it at home and develop it? We are a country that is developed, that is blessed with very well intelligent people in terms of technology developers. We are setting the scenery in terms of fintech and all that. How can we then make sure that we develop an excellence center? You've started something like that, I know, but how can we make sure that we develop an excellence center with regard to technology that we can be able to bring, we make Kenya an outsourcing country in regard to development, technology development, and those kind of knowledge. Thank you.
Asante Thomas.
To come over to Europe in search of greener pastures, which is very good. At the same time, I'm concerned about the brain drain because we have a lot of professionals here in Germany and also in Norway and other places. How are we going to tackle it? Can we use technology at least to transfer these social remittances? Because the emphasis has been so much on the financial remittances, but we are really missing out that there's a lot of expertise in the diaspora, which can really be transferred back home to build our country. So I would wish that we look at it in the area of technology. I'm already doing it. I train almost 2,000 people in Kenya every weekend. Thank you.
Regards,
You live here.
I live here now, and my question regards digitalization. Well, it's a good step that you're doing, but however, we are having challenges, especially, maybe it's not in your ministry, but in lands. The process of digitalization had been going on for a while, but up to now, you cannot conduct a search online. And for people in diaspora, most of them, I think they buy land, they invest in land. And so my question is, what is the government doing and how long will it take? Because I think it's been going on for a while. How long will it take before we can be able to transact with the lands ministry online from Germany? Thank you.
I'm an investor, a young person, I want to invest in Kenya. It becomes so hard for me. Imagine when I go to the bank and take a loan of 1 million, I have to return it with 1.3, I have to return it with 300,000 more. So my request today on behalf of the young people in Berlin was, or would be, is there a point whereby His Excellency can bring the banks to the table, whereby they can renegotiate about the policies of the loan policies in Kenya, so that when we have a smaller rate, it's going to encourage most of our young people and also the investors back here in diaspora to invest more in Kenya. Thank you.
For Britain and America, for Kenyans, only Kenyans to go back home with visa-free, why not we Kenyans in Germany?
But for other countries it's possible. Why not ours? Other question.
Easier for you. I know it's expensive. Going to institute, everything. That's what we're talking about, teachers and teaching English, so that make it easier for you. And also how you assimilated here. The embassy here will be doing a lot of work to facilitate a lot of things for you. Apollo Wangi.
Frustrations of getting a visa to come to Germany. And that's a conversation that our president, I believe, will be holding with this government about facilitating movement for Kenyans to come here, do trade and work. Somebody also talked about the jobs available, and we talked about German language. And Your Excellency will be happy to know that some of them here are Kenyans, but they speak fluent German and they can teach German. And they're willing to come back home and teach our people Kijerumani so that they can be able to come here. We talked about the digital framework, and just before you walked in, Rachel, she called herself Rachel the Gate Crusher, was talking about brain drain and what we're doing about brain drain so that people are not just coming here and leaving our country out. And Thomas Kalume talked about the use of technology and also how we can leverage on technology to enable our people to be away but still helping our country. I'd like to tell you that countries like Singapore, countries like China, countries like Malaysia were built by brains of their diaspora. Money from the diaspora and brains from the diaspora. And we can do that also for the Republic of Kenya. Caroline Kipkoech was asking about the diaspora fund, but I think the minister has answered your question even before you finished it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my pleasure to introduce to you our president.
Welcome, Your Excellency.
While we are, I'm going to request us to stand up for the national anthem, please, of the Republic of Kenya. And I'm going to request for us to sing it out loudly in a very patriotic manner. Emu.
I'm clear, right? Yes. And I had the same question first, but I do have a solution actually, because it's also going to provide solution. So the first solution that about us using the Kenyan citizenship, right? It would be good if the Kenyan government, right, as proper law that we don't use the Kenyan citizenship, right? When getting the Kenyan citizenship, because many developing countries like Brazil, Tunisia.
Ndio hapa kuna madaktari wengi, Mheshimiwa Rais. Mimi sio daktari, tuliambia iko daktari William Ruto, iko daktari Singoe, iko daktari Alfred Mutua, iko daktari Roslyn Njogo. Karibu.
Thank you very much. I am not yet doctor. I am probably doctor-elect. But
Thank you very much, Alfred. Let's take our seats, please. Thank you very much. Ambassador, Mr. Molo, Cabinet Ministers present, Principal Secretaries, fellow Kenyans, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Amjambo. Mambo. Kwanza, I don't know whether to speak Swahili or speak
Anything.
First, let me take this opportunity to very sincerely thank all of you. I know many of you have come from far and wide to make it to this meeting so that we can have this conversation. Sorry about the fact that we are constrained for time, because in my original plan, I had a very tight schedule because this wasn't a very official visit. There were issues that we wanted to sort out. But I want to promise you that the next time I come, I will have a whole afternoon to have a chat with you guys. Having said that, I send Alfred and Ms. Njogu earlier to engage with you. Just to let you know, as I do the rest of Kenyans in diaspora, that I did make a commitment that the diaspora is going to be part and parcel of the business that I have in governing Kenya. And that they will have a very special place, because the diaspora for a very long time did not get the kind of fair treatment that a government is supposed to give to all its citizens. I am aware that in many of the engagements I had with members of our community, our Kenyan community across the globe, that they wanted government to do more, and government to be more responsive, and government to offer better service. And that is the reason that informed. I want to commend all of you, Kenyans in the diaspora, for being the true ambassadors of our country. You have, as was able for it. Apart from setting up the Department for Diaspora, we would want to review, as the PS has said, the diaspora policy. And we are expecting you guys in the diaspora to help us with ideas, to contribute your thoughts on how best you think as a country we can take advantage of the opportunities that exist in Kenya, and also take advantage of the opportunities that are available globally. We must act local, but think global.
Yeah.
I think there is opportunities out there that we must. That's in fact the biggest asset that we have, the Kenyan people. We may not have gold, we may not have silver and oil, but we have the Kenyan human capital.
Yeah.
It is better than gold. I believe you need to understand. And therefore, we must leverage, and it is my intention that we will leverage on our human capital to serve ourselves, to serve the world, and to make sure that Kenya shines. In the conversation that I'm going to, the election, the economy was teetering on a slippery path
with huge debts. I had to make the difficult decision to cut the budget by approximately 300 billion shillings just to stabilize the economy of our country. Just for those of you who know numbers, our yield on Eurobond was about around 17%. For a sovereign, that is very bad. Good news, as I talk to you today, our yields on our sovereign bonds is below 10%. Last year, it was not possible, and let me just tell you this candidly, it was not possible for Kenya to go and borrow in the international market. In fact, Kenya tried to go and borrow in the international market in April last year, and the doors were shut on us because many people believed then that Kenya would default. Let me tell you now the good news. The international financial institution is now welcoming Kenya and is saying Kenya can borrow whatever money that they want because the economy has been stabilized. One more thing, we couldn't even borrow syndicated loans. It was difficult. And in fact, even locally, if we went to the market locally to borrow, we could hardly get 50% of what we wanted to borrow. Today, we not only can borrow as much as we want, but our levels of borrowing, we have reduced intentionally, and our offers are beyond 200%, meaning that the confidence the international financial institutions, the local financial institutions have in our economy today is rock solid. Let me promise you that whatever was happening with the dollar, I know those of you who send money back home, you were very happy when the dollar was because it was good stuff. But I don't have very good news for you because we are now stabilizing that situation. We did decide that we needed to innovate around the largest expenditure we have on our fuel costs. We spend about $500 million every month to buy fuel. And that is a huge drain on our foreign exchange reserves. So we decided to negotiate for the first time in the history of Kenya. We can now buy fuel in Kenyan shillings. Wow. We do not have to use dollars, and we have front-loaded the purchase in dollars by 6 months. And believe you me, the dollar has come down from 140, it is now 130, and I promise you, it's going to be 120 in the next few weeks. I don't know whether that's good news or bad news. Bad news. Certainly, it is good news for those of us who are running the affairs of our nation in Kenya. Again, policy decisions necessary for the police to execute their mandate in accordance with the law and the constitution. And when
so guys, this is the end of my video. You can see the preso there. I shouted there, and I shouted also at Motua, Alfred Motua. And if you see well there, he told me to email, write him or whatever. So anyway, there's this thing that as Kenyans, especially as in Germany or in Ausland, like there's that happiness if you see anything to do with your people. So here we were so happy, and we are running to see which car or how, where he is driving. And I don't know, guys, I don't know how. I saw him, and the next minute you don't know where he is. Like the way they hide him, you don't know which car. this is me filming. I'm like, where is this car? Are you in that car? And I'm like, hi. And I go to the other car. Are you in this car, Prezo? Like, it's so like the way they do it. My God, this is one of amazing and respectful thing. I hope they don't break the case. That was amazing. Yeah, you can see them driving, but you don't know where they are. They are hidden, the security, because, you know, there might be somebody outside there want to bomb or to kill them. So it's always security so tight. So we really had fun. He's an amazing guy. That's what I learned. Yeah, and and also Alfred Mutua, Rosalind K. Njogu, she's also working with us in diaspora. We had some talks with them, and this is Rosalind herself. She's working for us, hopefully to do, and that is Ruth Kim, also a YouTuber. Yeah, I'm two friends in Facebook. She's a radio presenter. That one is Jagger. She's an artist. And a friend on my left, Alison. Yo. Anyhow. Ukweli? Nani ako gari gani Prezo? Hata sijui. Ama ni ile. Hatuwezi jua Prezo ako wapi. Whatever. Kwaheri rais. Kwaheri ameingishwa hiyo, dhika alikuwa hiyo. Hizi niko na furaha. Haizi ekwa. Ukote ni security.